Now, Count on 2, live and local in the Lowcountry. This is News 2 at 6.
Good evening, I'm Carolyn Murray.
And I'm Brendan Clark. Tonight, a man in jail after attempting to rob a pastor right outside the church building.
Yeah, this all happened Sunday at the St. Mary's Holiness Church in St. Stephen. That's off Highway 52. News 2's Berkeley County reporter Raymond Owen spoke with the pastor today about what happened.
Imagine a pastor at a church on Sunday morning here in Berkeley County is going outside to help someone in need, and he ends up getting assaulted.
Hector Gibbs was in front of the church there, and the pastor came out to offer assistance with a flat tire, and Hector Gibbs decided to beat and try to rob him.
Sheriff Lewis says Gibbs did this Sunday at St. Mary's Holiness Church in St. Stephen. Fortunately,
some parishioners were outside and observed the situation and called us right away. Deputies responded, and also St. Stephen's police chief were able to detain the suspect just down the road until deputies could arrive.
Gibbs was arrested at the scene.
It just goes to show what, society has come to, on a Sunday morning in front of a church, robbing and beating a pastor. I don't know, it's pretty bad. I don't know how much worse you can get.
After his arrest, Gibbs was brought to the Hill-Finkley Detention Center here in Moncks Corner. In Moncks Corner, I'm Raymond Owens. Count on 2.
Continuing coverage tonight, Charleston County Sheriff's deputies arrested the two men on your screen right now, 18-year-old Aaron White and DeQuintez Gadsden. Both are charged with murder and attempted murder.
These charges stem from a shooting that took place Friday outside a home on Mattapan Avenue. When deputies got there, they found Brian Cook on the ground with gunshot wounds along with another victim. Cook later died from his injuries. The second victim, Michael Cook, was taken to the hospital.
Today, the National Action Network held a news conference addressing gun violence in North Charleston.
They shared their opinions of who they feel is responsible and say we can prevent these shootings. News 2's Natalie Price was at that meeting and has more.
In the wake of the shooting that claimed the life of Brian Cook, the National Action Network held a press conference today, and their main message was that a lot of the responsibility lies with parents and with our legislators. Cook was working on a home in the North Charleston area when an attempted robbery turned into murder. Those with the National Action Network in Charleston say that when it comes to gun violence, a lot of the responsibility lies with the parents of the perpetrators and with our legislators. As the Charleston loophole is still open, they say guns will continue to flow into the area.
Until we come together as one body, we are going to fail, and we're not going to defeat the trafficking of guns into our communities and into these homes. And I also like to state to the family, you have our greatest sympathy. We know how you feel because some of us have been there. I have been there, and I know your heart hurts, but there's nothing that God can't change.
On Tuesday, this group is headed to Columbia for a rally that will aim to push our legislators into closing the Charleston loophole. Reporting in North Charleston, Natalie Price, Count on 2.
And you just heard Natalie say that tomorrow South Carolinians from across the state will gather at the South Carolina State House to demand swift movement concerning gun legislation after the deadly school shooting in Florida on February 14th, in which 17 people were killed. Protesters say it is time for stricter gun laws. They will also push for a new bill aimed at streamlining the record-keeping process when completing a background check.
And since that school shooting, President Trump has offered a number of ideas to stop the violence, and one includes arming teachers. But Saturday, the president did tweet it was up to the states. Now, State Representative Stephen Long of Spartanburg is hosting a gun giveaway to teachers and one freedom-loving patriot. The winners will include a K-12 teacher or school employee, a higher education employee, and a third person. The winners will also get a gift certificate for a concealed weapons permit. Long said he's hosting this giveaway to show support for legislation in the State House that would allow teachers to carry guns.
Happening now, a safety presentation is being given by Dorchester District 2 Security Coordinator. News 2's Dorchester County reporter Stetson Miller tells us what's happening.
After the school shooting in Parkland, Florida, concerns about how schools locally are preparing were raised. Tonight, DD2 is giving a presentation at the school board meeting to show the public what it does to keep your kids safe. Tonight, Dorchester District 2 Security Coordinator Mike Turner will give a safety presentation about what security measures the district is taking and to inform the public about how well they are prepared.
It's going to give an overview and kind of let people know what we have done, what we have in place, and this is the way we, secure our facilities and ensure that the students and staff are safe.
The district's safety measures are continuously being adapted. And Mike says they do everything they can to prepare for any kind of emergency situation like a school shooting.
It's written, it's planned, it's drilled, it's trained, that the people responsible for facilitating the plan already have the plan in place, that it's not being made up as you go.
In Dorchester County, Stetson Miller, Count on 2.
Also happening now, Charleston County School District is meeting to discuss approving land next to James Island Elementary School that's intended for a bus lot. News 2's Deanne Roberts is live downtown at that meeting. Deanne, this new location is different from the one discussed in the past.
That's exactly right, Brendan. At one point, the historical Gresham Megget School, the first school for African Americans on James Island, was a potential for this new bus lot. But as of right now, it's land adjacent to James Island Elementary that's on the table, and it's only a few hundred feet away from Gresham Megget. So tonight, the Charleston County School District will look to approve the land by James Island Elementary for the proposed bus lot. As you can see, tonight's meeting is standing room only. Many are James Island residents, some hoping the board does not approve building the lot off of Grimble Road. Today I spent some time with a resident who lives on Grimble Road, and she says regardless of the location, the bus lot will bring new problems to James Island residents.
The buses coming in and out early in the morning, that was one thing, and with the pollution and stuff, the fumes and stuff from the buses, the traffic. Another thing, because that will, make more traffic here on Grimble Road.
As of right now, the school board has not begun discussing this new proposed location for the bus lot, but according to the board, it's the only recommended site that meets the criteria for a bus lot. Tonight on News 2, I'll bring you the latest on the results of tonight's meeting. Reporting live in downtown Charleston, Deanne Roberts, Count on 2.
North Charleston police have charged the man you see here, Antoine Haskell, with 3 counts of felony driving under the influence involving death, along with reckless homicide. Police say Haskell is responsible for the deadly car accident that happened on Rivers Avenue on Saturday morning. Police say he ran a red light and hit another car with 3 people inside. All of the victims in that car died. Haskell is still hospitalized tonight.
And during that accident investigation, a teenager slammed into a police cruiser. No one was in it at the time, but the Highway Patrol tells us that 18-year-old Herson Morida from Charleston refused a breath test, but was arrested and charged with DUI. He also has a federal charge of illegal entry with Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
We are waiting to learn the identity of the person hit and killed by a train Sunday night in Hollywood. Charleston County Sheriff's deputies tell us the conductor of the CSX freight train saw a man sitting on the train tracks. The crew hit the brakes, but it was too late. This case is still being investigated tonight.
And we now know the identity of the person killed in a car accident Saturday morning. 38-year-old Kenneth Lewis of New Orleans was driving west on I-26 near the Ridgeville exit when he ran off the right side of the road and hit several trees. He was not wearing a seatbelt. The coroner pronounced him dead at the scene. His death has been ruled accidental. That crash still under investigation. Well, warmer temperatures may be giving mosquitoes an early start. They sure are. I was sitting on the front porch and I know they're out.
I know, we've been talking about it for about 2 weeks now when we first started seeing the mosquitoes and the no-see-ums.
Right.
News 2's Macy McLeod speaks with experts about why these pests are back so soon and also some ways to keep you and your family safe and comfortable when you're outside.
I know a lot of people were hoping that snow we had this year would knock out the mosquitoes and give us some relief in the warmer months, but mosquito experts tell me it only provided a short-term solution.
They say while the cold weather may have killed some lingering adult mosquitoes, it did not eliminate the young mosquitoes, or larvae. The warm weather we're having is bringing the insects back out, which means it's time to start thinking about ways to protect your home.
To get people in the mode of starting to think, hey, this is the time when the mosquitoes are ramping up. This is the time I need to start evaluating my yard, whatever I have on my property, to say, is it breeding mosquitoes?
Some common places where stagnant water can collect are bird baths, dog bowls, and boat covers.
And if you're concerned about the amount of mosquitoes in your backyard, contact Charleston County Mosquito Control. They'll come out and give you a free assessment of your property. For more information, head to our website. That's counton2.com. Reporting in Charleston County, Macy McLeod, Count on 2.
And happening tomorrow, the Charleston County Mosquito Control will be doing air and ground spraying. The spraying will last until March 5th. They will target standing water from 6 in the morning till 9 at night. Planes will be flying over populated areas while spray trucks will target adult mosquitoes. If you have severe allergies or maybe beehives, call Mosquito Control so they will not spray in your area.
Next on News 2.
A man frustrated about the speeders in his neighborhood is taking action to get drivers to slow down.
And tonight we hear from authorities about the concerning matter in tonight's Call Collette report.